There's a saying that is, hurt people hurt other people. And that's true in our family's life. My dad had everything taken from him, so he became angry and bitter and hurt others. I have almost no good memories of that time. I had little semblance of anything resembling a normal adolescence or childhood. At age 11, I was forcibly taken from my home and removed to at least 2 foster homes that I can remember. The message I believed for a long time was, you are the problem, you'll never be normal, you'll always be dysfunctional. These are the lies that the enemy told me. I finally left the family home for good at age 14. It was decided that the best hope for me was to take a train ride from my family home in the Ottawa Valley to live with relatives I didn't know in Vancouver. So I traveled 5 days across the country by train. This was my last hope for stability. Regretfully, in that city I experienced the trauma of sexual abuse. Although I'm technically not an orphan, I strongly identify with that concept through my background and having to grow up and become a man at such a young age. This did have a positive outcome as I learned independence at a young age and a strong work ethic. I also learned very well not to trust other people. I always believed in God, even though I did not have a personal relationship with Him. I cried out to Him during the darkest times, and I begged for Him to save me. He heard me, and He answered. I came to know the Lord at age 22 at a conference in Banff, Alberta. The Lord had been working on me through friends of mine, telling me about a God who loved without conditions, who would accept me for who I was. I hungered for a relationship with a Father who loved and cared for me. I trusted in Him that day, and He's always been there for me. However, as a result of my lasting trauma, I made agreements. I believed lies that have endured until not that long ago. Agreements I believed are like lies from the enemy or things, belief structures that I wasn't willing to prepare to give up. I'll give you some examples of things and they just come from my orphan-like background. I'll never trust anyone again. It's all up to me. I'm all on my own. I'm in control. I'll never let anyone really close to the innermost parts of my heart, including God. And I'll carry the badge of a successful survivor, successful abuse survivor. Truly trusting God, not only with my heart and my mind, but my innermost soul, has been a lifelong journey for me. Ephesians 1:5 says, God decided in advance to adopt us into His own family through Jesus Christ. This is what He wanted to do, and it gave Him great pleasure. As I laid those agreements on the cross, as I laid the lies that I believed from the enemy at the foot of the cross, I asked God to come in and father me, and He gave me my identity. He gave me my true identity as His beloved Son, and I believe it. And I've never felt so much freedom.